Gayatri Mahamantra 3 times with your back straight, left hand beneath the right, contemplative mood. Just sight the effulgence of the sun. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. The invocation of Munived Vyasa. Gurur Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwarai, Guru Deva Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Akhand Mandalakaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Avahayami, Sthapayami, Dhyayami, Pujyami, Tato Namaskaram Karomi. The classroom begins, chapter 5, verse number 3. Gyeyah sah nitya sannyasi, yah na dveshti na kangshanti, nirdvandah hi mahabaho, sukham bandhat pramuchyate. The one that bears no hatred, the one that has no greed, evolves with ease. Now, the word evolve or to emancipate is the same over here. For human emancipation, this verse mentions a compound of an insulator, an insulated compound, whereby the subject of Krishna, the timeless Guru, has been asked to conduct all his mandatory obligation, dispense all his necessary duties without any avoidance. But while executing all his dispensations, he has been asked to observe 2 primary observations. What are those? Arjuna, if you can insulate yourself from hatred, Arjuna, if you can insulate yourself from expectancy, then devoid of any conflict, devoid of any duality, dichotomy, you can gather emancipation at ease. What does it has to convey? In the last verse, number 2, the timeless Guru has already made a mention that Karma Yoga is the most advisable path for human evolution, human emancipation. And Karma Yoga clearly means absolute engrossment, involvement into one's own necessary obligations. Without any evasive attitude, one is able to dispense all duties prescribed or one has been assigned for. That includes your professional dispensation, familial dispensation, dispensation as a citizen, and otherwise. All necessary obligations have to be performed. And as we do understand that when we perform our obligations, when there is a commencement of an activity, there is a fallout, there is an outcome of a reaction. And the reactions to all actions may or may not lead towards emancipation. Activities that bind a human rather relinquish all rights for emancipation. Let us understand it from the aspects of a general parlance and ordinary life of a professional. For instance, if I have to undergo decision making, every second moment I have to make a decision. And the outcome of my decision is certainly going to impact my objectives. Therefore, it is necessary that the equipoise, the internal poise of my mind must be in harmony. My mind should be in a state of compose. I should be able to instill stability at the end of my mind so that I can access my complete, absolute brain potential and take the best possible decisions. Because outcome of each decision that I take is going to impact my larger objectives in life. How can I maintain an inner poise, an inner equanimity, an inner harmony so that I'm able to exercise and utilize or explore my brain potential? That shall be only possible when I am stable, settled at the end of my inner poise. And if in case I am under conflict, I am confronted with duality, I am into a pool of expectation, hatred, obviously I will not be able to access that inner equipoise, that equanimity inside, that harmony inside, that settled state of mind inside. And but obvious, the outcome of my decisions that I'm going to take shall hamper, retard, or infringe into the cherishing aspects of mind or towards my objectives. Therefore, the master of all times, Munived Vyasa, has laid down a prescription for his subject Arjuna to maintain and instill an inner equipoise, to instill inner harmony with a settled mind that is well insulated through the experience and exercise of insulation from any kind of a hatred, insulation from any kind of expectancy. Because the moment we are able to put a seize upon hatred and expectancy, we gather more control upon our inner state of equanimity, a settled state of mind. Today morning, when I was deliberating upon the same shloka, same verse, I made a mention of an example, of a living example, a living legend by the name E. Sridharan, a gentleman who is known as a karma yogi in India, one who has been able to demonstrate through his life, who has been able to insulate from all external abnormalities and pressures, all adversarial aspects that could otherwise simply torment his mental harmony and impact his conduct. He has demonstrated through his conduct the way he was able to insulate himself from all external adversarial pressures and exercise all that was necessary, mandatory, and he was able to cherish his objective. The gentleman known for the metro rail projects throughout India. We all are subject to different pressures and conflicts or dualities or dichotomies. It's bound to be there. We are human beings. The moment we come in contact with different people, different situations, different subjects, there are conflicts, there are dualities that arise mere by conjunction of our awareness to subject, situation, or people. How can we move through, how can we sail through successfully without even coming under the impact of a ripple of that enjoyment that we have to experience while conducting business with situations, people, and subjects? That is called as karma yoga. While doing everything as a normal human being in a life, while attending business, while exercising relationships, by experiencing ups and downs, even then, if an inner equipoise, equanimity, one is able to maintain that and yet conclude towards decisions that lead towards harmonious relationships, cherishing larger objectives, the life evolves. The purpose of human life is to evolve. Evolve at the end of one's own inner perceptions. Evolve at the end of one's promiscuity. Evolve at the end of one's instinctive conduct. All these words are different synonyms to the same emotion that I'm trying to express. A human has to evolve. And to evolve under Karma Yoga, one has to exercise all externalities, all necessary obligations that are meant for a human being. But doing that and coming out unscathed, untouched, without an infringement is the approach of a perfectionist. It may be easy to express, but not that easy to practice. That is why Karma Yoga or Karma Yogi is termed as sadhana and sadhak. What is sadhana? The art and act of perseverance, the experience of countless failures, yet charting upon one's endeavors relentlessly is called as sadhana. And the one who experiences, one who chariots amidst all these dualities, yet trying to come out as a victorious, is called as a sadhak. In the Karma Yoga, this verse number 3 is an important milestone because it makes a mention that all those people who are able to exercise control upon any kind of a element of hatred within themselves, are able to exercise control upon any level expectancy within themselves, are termed as Nitya Sannyasi. The word Nitya Sannyasi means someone who is enabled to gather, acquire a status of a sannyasi forever. Nitya means something that continues, perpetuates. It's not something which is intermittent, not something that discontinues. Something which is in continuation is called as Nitya. And sannyasi, an experience, an observance of a sannyas bhava in continuity. And sannyas means a total withdrawal, a true withdrawal. One who can experience true withdrawal in continuation amidst chaotic, dualistic situations, that person is termed as a Nitya Sannyasi. And for that person it is mentioned, shall come out and emancipate with ease. This was the spirit of the verse number 3 in Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. We shall continue the same way for the following verse number 4 under chapter 5 in the next lecture that is scheduled to fall on the second Sunday of the month that is February. Till then, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.